All right, I am excited about what I have planned today for our Black History focus. What we are going to look at today is some books about different persons throughout history who have accomplished greatness. And you guys are going to have the opportunity to kind of explore a book that you are interested in. First, we're going to watch one together. And the first one that we're going to watch together is called Have You Thanked an Inventor Today? Have you thanked an inventor today? And what this text is going to do is it is going to be reading aloud, focusing on a different page each time of different inventors throughout history that have given us wonderful creations that we use every day who are Black. Okay, so we're going to take some time to focus on Black history by looking at this book. And I think you'll be pretty amazed at all of the things that we use every day that someone had to think to invent, right? A lot of times we think like these have been around forever, but they haven't. People have invented these things, okay? And the things that we're going to look at today were created specifically by Black minds, okay? So it's called Have You Thanked an Inventor Today? We're going to take a listen to this text, and then I'm going to release some books to you guys that you're going to be able to explore and just enjoy. All right. So here we go. If you'll direct your attention here. I love having both screens back. I can see you guys while I share my screen. You can see me while I'm sharing my screen. It's great. All right, here we go.
Have You Thanked an Inventor Today? By Patrice McLaurin, illustrated by Diane Wang. This world is full of inventions. Some of them we don't even think about. But if we took the time to think about them, we'd realize we wouldn't want to live without them. You see, inventions, they make our lives much easier, and they also make our lives more fun. So we should thank the inventors who invent great inventions, for without them, we might not get anything done. Like, for instance, when your mom wakes you up in the morning to let you know that it's time to go to school, you stretch and yawn, rub the corners of your eyes, and probably wipe away last night's drool. That's when you happen to glance over at your clock and realize that you're running a bit late. Well, you wouldn't know that were it not for Benjamin Banneker. He invented the first clock in the United States. So you put on clothes and you rush into the bathroom. You wash your face and brush your teeth, then brush your hair. Well, you should thank Lida Newman for part of your morning grooming, as the modern day hairbrush was her awesome idea. Afterwards, you're called into the kitchen for breakfast. This morning, it's cereal with fruits and wheat toast. Well, thank goodness John Standard improved the refrigerator, because hot milk with your cereal is pretty gross. And when you're on your way to school, whether you're a bus rider, a car rider, or you walk, you have to thank Garrett Morgan for the traffic light. Otherwise, none of our streets would be safe to cross. Then, after you've settled into your classroom and you've taken out your supplies because you're such a scholar, please remember to show love to Mr. John Love, for his invention was none other than the pencil sharpener. Now, as much as I know that you love to learn, you'll admit that sometimes lunch is your favorite time of day. Well, you can thank John Robinson for your lunchbox, but for what's inside it, it's your mom that you need to thank. And what does mom usually pack in your lunchbox? Tasty snacks that make your belly go yum, like peanut butter invented by George Washington Carver, or potato chips invented by George Crumb. Fast forward, the school day is now over. It's been a long one, and you're happy to be home. You check the mailbox invented by P. Downing, then chill in front of the air conditioner invented by Frederick Jones. Plus, your teacher didn't assign any homework, so you decide to play a few games on the cell phone. Well, if it wasn't for Henry Sampson's gamma electric cell, believe it or not, there would be no cell phone. And these are just a few awesome inventions. There are countless other ones that I didn't even mention, like the doorknob invented by O'Dorsey or the guitar invented by Robert Fleming. Sarah Boone invented the ironing board, and Thomas Stewart invented the mop. Lonnie Johnson invented the super soaker, and W.A. Martin, he invented the lock. So now, here's what I want you to do. I'd like for you to take a moment or two and ponder over how life would be if these inventions weren't created for you. Then, as you lie in your bed this evening and you think about how your day was spent, don't forget to thank an inventor. Then dream about what you'd like to invent. Biographies. Benjamin Banneker was
Alrighty, so this text, if you want to read this during your independent time, there's some more biographies, short blurbs about each inventor that was inside of the text today, giving you more information about their life. And this is on your list of texts to explore today. What I want you to do right now is get ready to go into a breakout room and share what you think your life would be like without one of those inventions. What would your life be like without one of the inventions that you heard today? I'll go first. For me personally, my life would be pretty hungry because I am munching on potato chips all the time. Thank you, Mr. Crumb. Potato chips are a wonderful, delightful treat, particularly barbecue. And I'm very grateful to Mr. Crumb for inventing those chips because that is a wonderful snack. Also, I am very grateful to John Standard for creating the refrigerator because I also like to keep my sodas nice and cool. Okay, so thank you, Mr. John Standard. Share with your classmates what you think your life would be like without some of these inventions. And I'm going to recreate. Boom. There we go. Lovely. Go. Justin, tell us what you're holding up, sir. What are you holding up?
My phone.
Why? What's awesome about this phone?
Because Levin wanted me to get his number.
Oh, see, I thought you were showing me because it was the cell that's for a cell phone was invented by a Black inventor. And I thought that was awesome. I thought that's why you're showing us how your life would be different. All right, fine. Steve Rogers, tell us how your life would be different if an invention made by a Black inventor had not been created.
Well, I think phones would have been better off because do you know how many mobile scam games there are on phone? Over 200 million in the U.S. And that's just in the U.S.
How can phones be better off if they don't exist? So maybe we could get better virus protection, but the reason they exist was because that electron cell was created. Pretty new.
Yeah, but mobile scam games are a major problem. They're making people go broke.
I do agree. Mobile scam games are a problem, but that is the gaming company, not the cell phone company.
Yeah, but if they didn't exist, it would probably be better off because they wouldn't make mobile scam games because there would phones to make.
But then we wouldn't be able to communicate with our relatives in the middle of a pandemic at a moment's notice. So I don't know if I agree with that, Steve.
What about a regular phone?
Yeah, but then you have busy signals and you can't text on a regular phone and you can't video call on a regular phone. Lots of advantages. We'll have to agree to disagree.
You can still communicate.
You can still communicate. Camille, share with us. What do you think?
I actually don't know what would happen if I did have an iPhone.
You don't know what would happen? Do you think life would be better or worse?
Worse.
Worse? Why?
Because if you're lost, you can't call no one.
That's true. And guys, I get lost a lot. I need GPS. GPS is my best friend. I hear that. Aiden G, tell us how your life would be different if not for an invention created by a Black inventor from our text today.
I was going to talk about the light bulb.
The light bulb. Tell us about it.
So if we didn't have a light bulb, we would always run into things because if it was night and we wanted to get up for a snack, we couldn't see where we were going.
It's true. That's true. So that electricity and that light bulb is helpful to us. Sing Q, tell us, sir, how would your life be different?
Barbecue chips without them. It
That's
could
my
be
man.
the worst.
That's my man. You hearing him, William? That man's telling truth today. Telling truth. William, tell us how your life would be different without an invention you learned about today.
The hairbrush.
The hairbrush. How would your life be different?
I wouldn't have this hair.
Guys,
It wouldn't look like this.
we'd be looking crazy. You'd
It wouldn't
be
look like
with
this.
some bedhead coming up in here like this, probably like a whole bunch of tangles. It'd just be crazy. See, this is what I'd be looking like every day. We can't be having that. That's not good stuff for us. All right, true. Hairbrush. Got to get it on lock. Got to stay straight. Keep our edges nice and lined up, right? All right, Levin, talk to me. How would your life be different?
With the phone,
With the phone, how would your life be different?
because I wouldn't be able to communicate with my mom if something happened.
It's true.
I-
We have communication at a moment's notice.
I could use the GPS.
Can you use that
My mom
GPS?
left me in the car and I saw something happening. I can call her.
Yes. So it has contributed to our safety in this world as well. We're able to stay more safe. Leah, talk with us, sis.
And it keeps you occupied.
Occupied. Yes. When you got that downtime.
I actually have 3 things.
3. All right.
So a hairbrush, potato chips, and a car.
And a car. Talk to me about the car.
Because like when it's cold out and snowy like this, and you're trying to go somewhere, you can be in a car and you're nice and warm.
Did they talk about a car in our text today? Did I miss that?
No, they did not.
Oh, well, I still agree with your statement, but yes, cars would definitely be a problem. And then Leah, because you always want a song, Hairbrush. You know the Hairbrush song? Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where is my hairbrush?
You copied that off of something else.
VeggieTales.
VeggieTales and also
VeggieTales.
just veggies.
Where are my veggies?
No, get out of here. Christopher, tell us about what you heard today that would make your life be very different if it had not been invented.
On the refrigerator.
Yeah. How would your life be different if you didn't have the refrigerator?
Because if you had a food that you wanted to be cold in a hot day, like ice cream, if it wasn't the summer, it will just melt because you don't have a refrigerator.
Yeah. No ice cream. No ice for your drinks. Your milk's going to go bad. Your veggies and your fruits are going to go sour faster because they're not refrigerated to keep them fresh. That's a very expensive lifestyle that we'd have to live if we always had to keep replacing things that would go bad. Here's one, people. How bad would field trips be if we didn't have lunch boxes? If you had to carry your sandwich, and then you had to carry your cookie, and then you had to carry your drink, and you had to walk around the whole field trip like this, right? That'd be terrible. So lunch boxes. Thank you, Mr. John Robinson, for the invention of the lunchbox. It's very helpful to us. Motto, talk with us. How would your life be different?
Buy a phone.
Let me show it by the screen. How would your life be different if you didn't have your phone?
It will be bad
It would be bad. Why?
because I don't have nothing to play with, just only the park.
And you wouldn't have Seesaw on your phone to do your schoolwork. Aiden Hampton, talk with me.
Seesaw. I mean, TVs.
TVs. What about did we read about TVs? Y'all are remembering some crazy stuff. Who invented the TV? Let's find out. I don't even know who did it. Who invented the television? We're not just talking about any inventions. We're talking about inventions created by black brains. Who really invented the television? By MIT. Let's see. Oh, go away. There we go. A farm boy named Farnsworth. Between Bill Gates and Netscape. Huh, interesting. I'll have to look into that because I agree. I need the TV. Although I don't know that the TV was created by a black inventor. We'll have to check that out. All right. Anything you want to say, Aiden?
TV is for entertainment for people.
It is for entertainment for people. That's true. We need that. All right, Aiden G11, then we're going to wrap it up. Aiden G, talk with us.
Because I have two things. So if we didn't have the TV, or if we didn't have or if we didn't have food, or if we didn't have a refrigerator, we couldn't survive because we would be bored half of the time. We would be lost in the house, and we wouldn't have any food.
That's true. There are many things that have been created by black inventors that do help us with survival. Levin, last one.
The clock.
The clock. How would your life be different if you did not have the clock?
I wouldn't be able to know what time to wake up to get on Zoom.
That was weird. I didn't even press a button. Go ahead.
And I wouldn't be able to know what time to get onto Zoom, sadly.
It would be sad. I would cry. So yes, lots of inventions there, okay? One of the things that we want to take time to do during all of our life, and especially during Black History Month. Black History Month is a time when we can learn a lot that we can apply to the rest of the months throughout the year. So it's not like we only think about these things during Black History Month. It's that we intentionally choose to focus and sharpen our knowledge on Black history and Black excellence to enhance our lives throughout the rest of the year, okay? You're going to have that opportunity to learn more today during your independent work time. During your independent work time, you're going to complete this activity, and it says read aloud Black History Bitmoji Classroom. So today you're going to visit a virtual library and choose a book for Black History Month. You will be able to discuss the roles and responsibilities of family, school, and community helpers. So you'll tap the Add Response button to see the virtual library, and then you'll click on a story that you want to hear. This is your work. After you've listened to the story, go to the second page and draw a picture of what happened in your story. You can tap the play button to hear the directions. Tap on the microphone and tell what you learned in the story. Then tap 2 times to turn it in, okay? So you're going to choose a story today, and you are going to listen to that read aloud. So there's tons of stories here that you can choose from. When you click on it, it'll open you up to a link that will read that text aloud to you, okay? So you get to choose any of these stories. This is the one that we just read if you want to finish that with those biographies. You can read any of these. And then on slide 2, you're going to draw a picture of what happened and record your voice explaining what you learned, okay? So this is going to be some nice cozy up reading time for you today that you can work on during your independent work times, all right? Any questions on the expectation of that assignment? Feeling good? All right.